Alright guys, how's it going? Awesome Soul here, and it would appear that I am in fact the only medic in the entire game. Gee, I feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So, I am here today to talk about some weapon ideas that I had in light of the proposed additional weapon that may or may not be coming to the game sometime in the future. I figured that I would not stumble over my words and actually give you some of my ideas for weapons that I had. So, whoa, okay, going some off-road action, are we, Mr. Megabot? Let's see how it is. Okay, so yeah, you definitely can flip over now. That's unfortunate. Anyways, so what I would like to say is some sort of shotgun-ish weapon. Now, not necessarily a close-range only weapon, but some sort of weapon that would be more effective at close range. So what I was sort of thinking is a gun, like, you know, each gun on your bot would fire 4 pellets. And combined, I mean, if all 4 pellets hit, it would deal some sort of damage between the SMG and the plasma. It would not have that high rate of fire. That would be sort of like my first version of it. And that would mean that all of the guns would fire all at once. Although something that would make it a bit more unique. But I guess the railgun kind of has this, but still, it's nice to have a bit of difference instead of just, you know, straight up firing. Would be like I guess a shell-based system. Kind of like, you know, you would load the shells, except you would have to load each gun individually in this case. So, he's not looking too hot there. Actually, I think he has rotor blades. Okay, that's why he's not going anywhere. Yeah, see, there you go. There you are, pal. Get back up in the sky. Our Megabot's running off. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. So, this shotgun, you would have to reload it. And that way... Oh, slow down there, pal. And that way, it wouldn't be so incredibly overpowered. Just, you know, like, firing so many shots after shots, but there would be other ways to balance that. That kind of covers it for my shotgun weapon, although there would be some other things that would make it unique. That's a fairly bare bones idea. Yeah, just don't have a drop-off. Maybe like how the SMG has it, you know, it fires forever, but it does a lot less damage, like maybe even has more of a drop-off later on. But, you know, still make them fly straight, but, you know, spread out. So obviously, the closer you are to your target, there's going to be less spread, and therefore more of a chance to actually hit them. It'd also be interesting to have a weapon that can easily hit multiple targets at once, depending on how close or how far away you are from them. I think that would be very interesting to have. So you could be like a support mid-range and then like a close-range brawler. All depends on how you want to play. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Anyways, I have a few other ideas that I'd like to share with you, and I will do that in the next match. Alright, hang tight. We'll be back in a second. And we are back. That's an interesting build. A stick tank with a lot of guns. I don't think I've ever seen a nano gun bed before. That's interesting. Anyways, so going on to some of the other ideas I had. Now this would be a whole another subclass, I guess you could say, of weapons. So these would be heavy weapons. Now, long-time viewers, and I mean long-time viewers, will probably remember me expressing these ideas vaguely in one of my earlier episodes. But this would be the heavy flat cannon and the heavy laser beam weapon. I don't really have a proper name for it, but there you go. You'll have to live with that for now. I'm sure it'll get a better weapon. A particle beam cannon? Maybe? I think that's what I called it originally, and that has quite a nice ring to it. So, this would be possibly the size of mega guns, but they would actually fit into your bot a bit better. Like, they wouldn't have a huge hitbox on top of it, so you could armor around them a lot more than, well, a mega gun. And you could also use these in lower tiers. Obviously, there would be mega variants of these, but they would be absolutely massive. And I just realized we have a maid on our team. That's interesting. So yeah, the heavy flat cannon would be sort of like plasma, but kind of like a rail as well. Ooh, our Megabot really needs some love in here. Hold on. I am coming. There we go. Oof. So yes, I guess it's like a crossbreed between a railgun and a plasma launcher. Kind of. So what this would do would deal a crap ton of damage, and since it would have a high CPU cost and a very large frame, you're not going to be fitting many of these on your bot, so splash damage is kind of like a side thing. It's not the main thing you're going for, whereas plasma is just like the main... Well, I guess you can do it either way, really, with plasma. Another thing I was sort of thinking of with this is, instead of just a big ball, it would hit the ground and explode into little pellets. Like fragments, like proper flap, you know? Something along those lines. And as far as the particle beam cannon would go, you would have to charge it up and then release it. Kind of like a mix between, if you're a fan of Halo, the Spartan laser and the focus rifle. So you would charge it up, and then you would let loose this huge beam of energy. It wouldn't be an instant burn, it would be a slow burn. But if you could actually keep target for the whole time, it would deal crap tons of damage. Maybe not quite to kill... Yeah, maybe not quite enough to kill a bot in one go, but possibly the most powerful weapon. Obviously, you would have to deal with slow tracking of the gun itself. So you would have to really go for slower, bigger, heavier targets like Megabots or what have you. Another thing, possibly maybe make it so electroplates can absorb more of this, and then the flak does more damage to electroplates. That'd be something interesting. Anyways, guys, I'd love to hear from you. What are you looking forward to, weapon-wise, in the game? Hopefully we do get a lot more weapons, because what we have now is rather low. Although, I do quite like them. I just want more guns to play around with. Anyways, guys, I have been the Awesome Soul. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.